All right, I guess we'll get started. So like I said, you're gonna need a wall for this class. And you don't need a yoga mat unless you're on a slippery surface. If you're wearing socks, just be mindful that you might be slippery. I'm on a rug here, so it's pretty cushy for myself. And we're gonna get started. We're gonna start standing today in our parallel position. So find your legs right underneath your hips. Have your toes facing forward. Relax your arms down by your side. And we'll start with 2 deep breaths, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. And just center yourself in whatever room you're in. Getting in tune with your body. And then keeping the rest of your body still, start to rock your head ear to shoulder, allowing your head to fall heavy to each side. You can go slower than I'm going, but try not to go any faster. Remembering to bring your ear to your shoulder and not the other way around. And then return your head back to center and start to look right and left. Notice if you have any tension anywhere else in your body, if your shoulders start to tense up, try to relax them. Make sure you're breathing. And then bring your head back to center. And on your next inhale, float arms, chest and chin up to the sky. And then exhale, float everything back down, dropping your chin into your chest. And then keep breathing in this way, stretching up to the sky every inhale, lengthening your spine, and then keeping that length as you exhale, just drop the chin down. Do 2 more. This last one, we're gonna leave the arms up. Return your head back to center, and then drop your arms down and up. And notice if your rib cage is coming out, try to keep your rib cage in. And just notice that this motion should be coming from your shoulders. Don't forget to breathe. And then when you bring your arms down, next time bend your knees. So we're gonna bring one arm front and one back. So make sure your knees are bent right over your toes. So if like that's happening, try to use your leg muscles to keep your legs parallel. Start to twist this right and left. I'm in front of this wall here, so I'm gonna back up or move forward. Now you can feel your ab muscles engaging a little bit. Don't forget to breathe. Make your way back to your step, front. Rest your hands onto your knees or your thighs here. We're gonna bring our rib cage front and back. So you can inhale forward, exhale back. And notice if your shoulders are like over exaggerating, try to relax the shoulders and find that motion, rib cage front, back. 2 more. And then we're gonna glide it right and left. I always need to use my hand. So lifting up out of your waist, creating that glide of the rib cage right and left. Don't forget to breathe. And also notice if your legs have gone in, make sure they're nice and lined. And then stopping here, we're gonna bring our arms out in front with the palms down. We're gonna go down a little bit deeper into a squat and back to this point. So like you're gonna sit down in a chair behind you, sit down and back up halfway for 8, 7, squeeze your butt. 6, squeeze. 5, 4, don't forget to breathe. 3, keep engaging your leg muscles too. Last one, we're gonna stay in pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, maybe lower. 4, 3, 2, come all the way up. Circle your arms around, breathe. Reverse your circles. And stop with the arms out, hug yourself, switching the arm that's on top each time. While you do this, inch your feet out a little bit wider. It's a little bit wider than the hips, but keep those toes facing forward. All right, bring the arms down. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, slide the right hand down your right leg. Allow your head to fall heavy down to the side. And make sure you're not going like this. You're stacked on your side. We're gonna use our rib cage and an inhale to pull us up. Grow tall, and then exhale down the other side. Slide that arm. You might feel like this arm's going like this. Just let it relax. And then inhale, come up. Exhale down. Allow your head to feel heavy. Go right and left at your own speed, using your breath. Feeling your leg muscles engaging. Also engage your abs. Every time you inhale up, grow tall. Keep that length as you exhale down. Last time, right and left. And all the way back up at the top, take a deep breath. All right, then from your hips, externally rotate your legs. So now your knees and toes should be facing a diagonal, not directly off to this side. Bring your arms out like airplane wings with your palms down, and we're gonna bend the knee over the toe, right and left. And take care that your knee is bending right over your toe, not going like inward or outward a little bit farther. Notice if your shoulders are tense, try to relax your shoulders. And if you can, engage that quad muscle of the straight leg to straighten it and breathe.
Good.
All right, stop in the center. Inhale, float both arms up. Exhale, bend both knees over the toes. Let's go back up for 8. Squeeze your glutes. 7. 5, good. Keep reaching up to the sky. Keep that length. 4, 3, 2. Next one, we're gonna stay down. Gently push your knees away with your hands. If your shoulders are in your ears, reach your head away. Twist your upper body right and left. And keep pushing those knees away. Get that external rotation coming from your hips. Bonus, if you can squeeze gluteus medius on the side here, you'll feel your legs externally rotating a little bit more. Stop in the center, bring your arms out, we'll pulse. Whew, for 4, 3, 2, squeeze it up. Relax your arms down, inch your feet back underneath you. Take a deep breath. Excellent. All right, now we're ready to go to our wall. So the first thing at the wall, I was gonna have our right leg out. So find yourself in a position where you're gonna hold onto the wall with your left hand, and we'll be working with this right leg. And you always wanna make sure this standing leg is not wobbly. So you wanna feel your glutes engaged, engaging your abs. So right leg is starting, we're gonna lift that right leg up. Bring your right arm out for stability, and then draw some giant circles with your knee. And as you do this, you can test your balance. See how your balance is going. I like to work on balance stuff because it puts you in that good alignment, or else you fall. It's kind of foolproof. You might hear or feel some weird stuff happen in your hip. That's completely normal. Reverse the direction of your circle. Don't forget to breathe. Your circles might be smaller than mine, that's totally fine. Right, then stop here, we'll rest that leg down. Take a deep breath. All right, with that same right leg, left hand on the wall for stability, lift that leg 90 degrees. So make sure that it is bent 90 degrees, it's not down like that. It's 90 degrees. And then place your right palm onto that knee. We're gonna pulse this knee into our hand, not the other way around. So give yourself gentle pressure with this palm, but pulse the knee up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then we're gonna hold and resist. So pushing down with your palm, maybe you test your balance, check out your standing leg, make sure it's strong. Take 2 deep breaths. All right, now we're back to pulse. Hold on if you need to. Pulse your knee for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then we hold and stay. Gentle resistance. Breathe for 2 deep breaths. Woo. All right, and then lower that leg down. Whew, you might feel it in that hip. You can shake out your hips. Breathe. All right, now we're gonna be using the inside leg. So I'm gonna turn to face this way just for a moment so you see what's gonna happen. You're gonna bend that inside knee. So I'm gonna use my left. We had our right leg going, left leg's going. Make sure that when you've bent it, the leg's not going forward. So sometimes this happens. or even like that happens, try to keep the two knees in line. And you're gonna squeeze your butt, pressing your hips forward. You're gonna feel the stretch here. Outside hand goes on the hip, keep those knees in line. We're gonna lift the inside hip up and down like this for 8, 7, 6, 5, don't forget to breathe, 4, 3, 2, and then pulse at the top for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then lower it down. Shake out your hips if you need to. Breathe. All right, hips are getting alive. Let's do these. So I'm gonna hold on with my right hand onto this wall. Now you get a different view. Our outside leg is our working leg. We just used it, so it's gonna feel a little bit awesome. So we'll start with our stability, arm out. That left arm is out now. Lift up that outside leg, left leg's turn. We're gonna draw 4, or just start drawing circles. We didn't do 4, we did a million. And while you're drawing your circle, test your balance. Make sure your standing leg is a uncooked spaghetti, not a cooked spaghetti. This might feel a little bit different. You might have more pops and cracks, weird stuff, and that's totally normal. Just breathe through it. Reverse your circles. Also notice if you're holding tension anywhere else in your body. Sometimes the shoulders are like, ah! Just try to relax them, breathe. And then set that leg down. Take a resting breath in and out. All right, then back, same leg, left leg's turn, outside leg, lift it up. And this is our one where we lift it 90 degrees. Place your left palm onto your left knee. Keep that right leg strong. Engage your glutes and abs. Pulse knee to hand for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then stay and hold. Take 2 deep breaths. Keep that pressure into your palm by pulling your knee up. Breathe. All right, let's go back to our pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then hold for 2 deep breaths. Don't cheat your breaths. And then when you're done, let that leg go. Woo, and shake it out. And breathe. All right, we've got to finish it up with that inside leg now. So now we're switching to that right leg. Our left leg is out. We're gonna bend, ooh, so close to the wall. We're gonna bend the knee. Make sure, again, that knee doesn't go whoop, or even back. Keep it in line with the other knee. You're gonna press the hips forward. Try not to sit the booty back. You're pressing forward. Outside hip, inside hip goes up and down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then we pulse it up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it down. Give yourself a shake. Breathe. If you need a sip of water, grab a sip of water. Okay, we're gonna switch things up and go to our back and arms now. So make sure you've got yourself on your wall. We're gonna face the wall. So a little bit further than the wall than your arms. So it should be arm distance. It's Friday. When you place your arms onto the wall, make sure your fingers are spread wide. And then we're gonna walk our feet back, but keep your legs no wider than your hips. Feet are facing forward. All right, once you've reached your desired length of body, you're gonna take a deep breath in. On your exhale, drop your chest between your arms in front here. And then push the wall away. And instead of arching your tailbone up, you're going to tuck it under, pulling your belly button deep toward your spine. Keep pressing into the wall, pulling your belly button deep toward your spine. Take 2 deep breaths. When you're done with your breaths, slowly lower yourself down and take a rest. 2 deep breaths. All right, this next one, we're gonna need our right hand. So again, right out from the shoulder, fingers spread wide, place it onto the wall. And then with your legs parallel underneath your hips, you're gonna take yourself and walk all the way out as far as you can go. And then this one looks weird. It feels a little bit weird too. But keep pushing into the wall with your palm. You're gonna bring the shoulder forward and back. Let me get this hair out of the way so you can see what's going on. It might take a little bit to get it going, but just go through the range of motion that your own shoulder and chest are giving you here. And breathe. Okay, we'll do 2 more, forward and back. And then let your arm rest down. Take a resting breath. All right, let's do the other arm. So left arm stern makes its way right in line with the shoulder, not higher, not lower. Fingers spread, arm on the wall. Legs are parallel underneath your hips. Turn your whole body out as much as it'll go. And then bringing your shoulder forward and back and breathe. And again, this one might take a little bit to get going, so start small if you need to. And just check in with your shoulder, what's going on. This one's usually cranky on me, but it feels pretty good, probably because of all the rest I've been getting lately instead of all of the exercise that we usually get at the studio. Let's do 1 more. And then rest. Relax that arm down, take a deep breath. All right, this next one against the wall is a puppy dog stretch. We did this one earlier this week on the floor, and I also mentioned you could do it on the wall. So this one, your arms will be right up overhead, and you want to make sure your arms are right beside your ears and not like in this Y position. And also spreading your fingers wide. So find yourself flat against your wall, chest on the wall, arms are reaching up right out from your shoulders, fingers are spread wide. Keep your chest connected to the wall. Look up to the sky and start to walk your feet out one at a time. Your chest is going to slide down the wall. When you can't slide down the wall anymore, your tailbone is arched up, you're pressing your chest into the wall, you're trying to look up to the sky, push your shoulders into the floor, sorry, I almost said floor, but we're on the wall. Push them into the wall, take 2 deep breaths if you can. And then slowly come out. Whew. Relax your arms down. Take 2 deep breaths. So that one's pretty intense for a lot of people. That one's your middle and upper back. Also, many people are not used to stretching their neck and chin up that much. So take a few moments, 2 deep breaths. All right, when you're done with that, we're gonna do some standing back bends. So now we're gonna be facing away from the wall. And it's gonna be either close to the wall for you or further away depending on your own personal flexibility. But we're gonna, in our back bends, I want you to remember that while low back likes to bend backwards, it's very good at it. Don't forget, we have our hips to assist in our back bend, our chest to assist in our back bend, and our head lifting up will send our body all the way backwards as well. So I'm going to take us through some breathing and some back bends. We're going to try to tap our fingertips to the wall. Always when you come back up, remember to pull your belly button deep toward your spine to protect your lower back, and try not to have this happening when you come back up. Whee! Try to come back up the same way you went down. So find your legs underneath your hips, have your toes facing forward. Your arms start down by your side. Take a deep breath in, floating your arms up by your ears, hugging your head. On your exhale, squeeze your glutes to press your hips forward. This is our hips activating here. And then inhale, lengthen your spine like you're putting your chest up to the sky. And then exhale, chin up, look back, try to tap the wall with your fingertips. Use an inhale to come back up, pulling your belly button deep toward your spine to protect your lower back. And then exhale, float your arms down. Then take a rest, deep breath. And notice how your body is feeling. If you are not used to doing back bends, there is a tendency to feel a little bit dizzy or even nauseous. So if that's happened to you, know that that's normal and you can take a break. You can take more than 2 deep breaths if you want to. But if you're feeling good, we're gonna do a second set. We're gonna do a little bit faster with our breathing. So try to fill your body up full of air and use your breath to lead you through this movement. So here we go, legs underneath hips, toes facing forward, arms split up on your inhale, stretch up, grow tall. Keep that length, exhale, squeeze your glutes, press on your hips forward as far as they'll go. And then inhale, chest to the sky. Exhale, drop your head back behind you, but keep your chin up, arms by the ears, tap the wall. Inhale, belly button to spine. Exhale, arms flip down. You relax. 2 deep breaths. Again, check in with your body. This one might have made you feel those feelings, so if it does, feel free to relax even longer. Here, we're gonna do one more. Here we go. Energize your legs, energize your glutes. Here we go. Energy through your fingertips. Inhale, float your arms up right beside your ear, then glue them there. Grow tall. Exhale, squeeze your glutes, press in your hips farther than before. Inhale, lengthen your spine, putting your chest to the sky. Exhale, lift your chin up, look behind you, look for the wall, tap your fingertips on the wall. Inhale up slowly, belly button pulls deep toward your spine. Exhale, float your arms down. Woo. And take 2 deep breaths. In through your nose, out through your mouth. And remember, the breath tells your body to relax after you've done something strenuous. All right, if you're feeling good, we're gonna take a forward bend. So this might feel a little bit twingy in the low back because we just did some backward bending, but we're gonna do a wall-assisted forward bend, only if you feel good. So sometimes this wall-assisted forward bend makes people feel a little bit claustrophobic. So just gotta feel what's going on in your body, and if you feel terrible, don't do it, back up. All right, so come to the wall. You're gonna face the wall this time. Engage your leg muscles, have your legs underneath hips. Start with a deep breath in. On your exhale, drop your chin into your chest. Feel your belly button pulling deep toward your spine. Let your arms go. Take you down to your forward bend. And take your time. Again, low back might feel a little bit sensational. Your forward bend, try to feel your weight shifted more forward in your toes, less in your heels. And then if you need to bend your knees to get your hands on the floor, you can. Keep your chin into your chest. We're gonna walk ourselves as close to the wall as possible until you make contact with the wall. There, I feel it on my back. So now I feel it on my back. My chin's in my chest. I'm gonna try to straighten my knees, and I can do that by engaging my quad muscles. So I'm gonna use my breath for it. Inhale. Exhale, straighten the knees. And then I notice I can get my back a little bit more onto the wall. And I'm gonna keep doing that for 2 more deep breaths. If you're feeling good, feel free to join me. But if this, again, feels terrible or claustrophobic, feel free to come out of it slowly. So every inhale, feel your spine elongating. Every exhale, maybe you find a little bit more depth. When you've had enough, keep your chin into your chest, bend your knees, place your hands into the floor, and step yourself back. Once you're free from the wall, you can relax your arms, bend your knees, and use yourself to roll up 1 vertebrae at a time, keeping your chin into your chest until the very last moment. Take 2 deep breaths at the top. And I'm gonna see if we have time for one more thing. We do! Okay, so these are called Romanian deadlifts. They're gonna energize our legs before we put our legs up on the wall. So you're gonna find yourself back against the wall. I'm gonna do it facing, I'll do it facing this way. So your back is facing the wall. Step yourself out, and then you're gonna take your right leg and place it onto the wall. Make sure that leg is parallel and not externally rotated. So parallel leg, and then you might have to hop this front leg forward a little bit so you can get that back leg. I have another wall here, as straight as you can. All right, this standing leg should try to stay straight as well. We're gonna go down and up 4 times. So you're kicking energy into this wall, kicking energy down into the floor. You can have your arms out for stability, or you can walk your hands down and up. Woo, and take your time. We have 4. Try your balance. Using your breath. Inhale to come up. Exhale down. Last one, or as many as you've done in this time allotted. Woo. And then when you're done, take that leg down and take 2 deep breaths. That left leg is so energized. I'm so ready for that other side. I hope you are too. Let's do it. So this time, right leg is forward. Our left leg makes its way up the wall. You might have to step out that front leg. Both legs should be as straight as you can. Make sure the back leg is parallel. All right, then we have 4, down and up. Inhale. Exhale. Push the wall away, push the floor away. Remember, you can walk your hands down if you need to. Good work. I see you guys doing it with no hands. So awesome. Woo, my leg is on fire. What do we have? 1 more? I've lost count because they felt so good. Let's do 1 more. I think we have 1 more after this. Bonus 1. Oh my gosh, that is enough. Rest here. You can shake out your hips. Take 2 deep breaths. All right, so we're gonna make ourselves onto the floor now, but make sure you're near your wall. Boop. And then, like I said, we're gonna do legs up the wall. And there's many different ways you can have your legs up the wall, but I like to do it, especially at the end of the week. It's good to take turn you upside down so your body doesn't have to work as hard to pump the blood to your head. It's kind of like doing a handstand without doing a handstand. So you're gonna find yourself really close to the wall, like butt to the wall. Then you're gonna lay yourself down. And then still really, really close to the wall, you're gonna walk your legs up the wall. So your butt's like super close to the wall. Your legs are making their way up the wall. And there we are. So, like I said, there's different leg positions. Once you manage to get your legs up the wall, whatever's gonna feel good for you. We're gonna stay here. You can have your arms out. You can have them down by your side. So one leg position is like this. Just stay in here and breathe in. You could also bend your knees, keeping the legs parallel if that feels good for you. You could also externally rotate the legs from the hips, bringing the soles of the feet together. Also good in this position, you could gently press the knees into the wall and breathe, relaxing your shoulders. Finally, you can have a nice wide straddle. That feels good for you. You can give yourself gentle pressure with your palms on the inside of your legs. But make sure you give yourself a few moments of rest after all that hard work. Just breathing in and out. And feeling how your body is settled onto the floor. And notice how your belly rises, chest falls every time you breathe in and out. And try to notice if you're holding any tension anywhere else in your body. You can use your breath to relax yourself. Take 2 more deep breaths. when you're done with all those breaths, you can take yourself off the wall very, very slowly, or you can stay. But we have a few minutes if you'd like to ask me some questions about anything we did. I'd be happy to answer. And this is our last weekday class, so I'll see you again on Monday. So let me know if you have any questions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much for coming and working out with me.